Yo, welcome back to another market review. This is a re-upload of today and the session analysis that I did earlier. I had journaled and I found out some pretty interesting things which kind of doesn't align with what I said in the other video, so it's kind of misinformation in my part. Anyhow, we have this range here to here. This is fine. Right? We take out buy side, we come lower, take out sell side here, take out sell side again. We're in a double discount. We come up, taking out buy side in a premium here. And AM session again was high resistance liquidity. Why? Because we've come up into these two Fair gaps and we've just completely run through them. We haven't had any sort of willingness to go lower from these two Fair gaps. And we just ended up coming higher. Because of that, I expected that in the AM session, we could see a run above that high. Why? Because there was a daily Fair Value gap there. That could be a draw. And we've had this sort of bullish price action higher. Looking at ES, the range here, we have the range low taking out sell side, range high taking out buy side here, right? And the entry that I said in my other video is not valid. Why? Because if you zoom in here, looking at this 5-minute gap tap, we tap that discount for value gap and we run higher. So we've already came into a discount. We don't need to see all the way down here because this would have been take profit 1. So this trade was invalid here. Even though it played out, had you taken it, it still would have been invalid. Then, say you still had a bullish bias. Say you had a bullish bias, right? Personally, I didn't have bullish bias, but you could have had a bullish bias. You could see this as a dealing range. You could see, oh shit, we had the high up here. And this is what I was like thinking about. We have relative equal highs up here, right? People who trail their stop losses up to here, there isn't any really obvious buy side up here. Why? Because there's no really relative equal highs. This isn't a discount, so we're not going to count that. And so yeah, there's no real like trail spots in here until we get to the AM session, which we consolidate, we form relative equal highs, and at 3 to 4 p.m. we take out those relative equal highs, essentially taking out the buy stops. Early shorters and trailers are stopped out. So we're going to the 5-minute. Now this is how I interpret it, by the way. I'm not saying this is 100% true, but this is how I'm interpreting it. NQ wants to play games, it looks like. TradingView just wants to play games. Alright, this is great. This is really, really good. Alright, I'll pause it. So TradingView is broken? What is this? Brother. Huh? Bro. All my analysis just down the drain. Useless. Oh my gosh. Okay. Great. Alright, let me fix this. Alright, it's not going to be completely accurate, but it's close enough. Alright, so... Oh, yes, you motherfucker. Alright, we're good. Okay, so... As I was saying, relative equal highs are formed here. Early shorters are stopped out. Early trailers are stopped out, so they see this high, they trail to this high. People who are shorting up here, they're trailing to this high. They see this relative equal highs, see it as support, and we come lower from there. So on the 5-minute, what I was saying, or what I was thinking, I'm convinced that this is a stop run higher, right? Early shorters and trailers are stopped out. And go into the 1 minute, 3 to 4 p.m. We have this bro. Brocken. Useless. Okay. We have this for value gap here. Structure shift here. For value gap, we come lower, come lower, come lower. I'm expecting that these next days, or rather tomorrow, is going to be heading lower. And it looks like it's heading lower right now. So, yeah. We have this SMT at the highs as well, giving a little bit more confluence. And yeah, we have the sell side, relative equal lows down here. Really clean relative equal lows. Although we have SMT there, the bias, for me at least, is bearish. And yeah, bro, that's basically it for the analysis. There was also one more thing that I was gonna say. At 12 p.m. here, we have lunch session, right? We come down into a support, support? Discount. We come into discount, taking out discount sell side here. Taking out discount sell side, go to the 2 minute. What do we have? What are these? Relative equal lows. And where's that? Inside the lunch session. 1 p.m. opens, we trade. 1:30 is when we should be looking, or the most, the open of the PM session. We trade lower. Ahead of 2 p.m. we do the swing lower, and then we come higher. 2 p.m. acts as a volatility injector, and we go higher from there to those relative equal highs. So in that sense, you could have been bullish had you looked at these relative equal highs and said that is the drawn liquidity. So yeah, this is the only really valid trade had you been bullish because of those relative equal highs. So yeah, we have that for value gap here. What is this? 2022 model. 22 model here. You could use this high if you wanted to. This would make it a bit better here. Or you could really use this high, honestly. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, actually, yeah, we use that higher. Market structure shift for value gap. Entry is here. Stop. I'd say probably here. Take profit up here. Had I used institutional order flow and the pyramiding sort of technique, that would have failed, right? It would have stopped me out before I could have done anything. We did have an order block here, so that could have been a add, and then so initial entry is here, adding at this order block, putting a stop up to this candle low. We come higher, take out this stop being now at this low there. So that could have been probably a break-even trade, something like that. But obviously, if you didn't trail like that, then you would have hit full TP there. And yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Much more detailed than the other review. And as I said, I am bearish coming into the day tomorrow, I think. As long as overnight gives us some sort of framework to give us and to get us going lower. But since FOMC, there's FOMC on Wednesday, we could see some sort of high resistance conditions. We will be de-risking at that time, and yeah, probably about like $300 of what my account has left, basically. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I think we're good. See you guys in the next market review. Much more detailed than the other one. And yeah, stay safe, join the Discord. Peace.